The Dallas Cowboys faced off against the Atlanta Falcons in preseason Week 3, and this game gave us plenty to talk about. From standout rookies making a statement to veterans still finding their rhythm, the winners and losers of this matchup tell us a lot about where the Cowboys stand heading into the season. But before we dive into all of it, let's set the stage with a quick hook. Imagine being a rookie quarterback fighting for a spot in one of the most pressure-packed franchises in the NFL. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and every throw you make could decide whether you stick around or pack your bags. That was the reality for Joe Milton tonight, and his performance just might have turned some heads. So stick with me, because we're breaking down the full list of Cowboys winners and losers against the Falcons, including Joe Milton, Deuce Vaughn, Mazi Smith, Miles Sanders, and more. You won't want to miss this full breakdown, because some of the names may surprise you. Now, let's jump right in. Starting with the winners, one of the biggest storylines has to be Joe Milton. The rookie quarterback came into this game with plenty of questions about his accuracy and decision-making, but he showed flashes of why the Cowboys took a chance on him. His arm strength is undeniable, and against the Falcons, he displayed both poise and the ability to make throws on the run. While it wasn't perfect, there were still a couple of moments where his timing looked off. This game felt like a step in the right direction. Milton may not be ready to step into a regular season role just yet, but as far as preseason showcases go, this was exactly what Dallas wanted to see. Another clear winner tonight was Deuce Vaughn. At just 5'6", the undersized running back continues to fight against the odds, and once again, he made plays that reminded fans of his potential. Vaughn ripped off a couple of impressive runs where his vision and burst stood out. He's slippery, tough to bring down, and while he may not carry the workload of a featured back, he's proving that he can carve out a role as a change of pace weapon. Every time Vaughn touches the football, there's electricity, and against the Falcons, he showed why the Cowboys may have something special in him. Then we have Mazi Smith, the defensive tackle who has faced his share of criticism since joining the Cowboys. Tonight, though, Smith showed the kind of strength and disruption that Dallas has been hoping for. He collapsed pockets, got into the backfield, and helped clog up the Falcons' run game. While preseason performances always come with the caveat of facing backups at times, Smith looked hungry, and the Cowboys' defense benefited from his presence in the trenches. A strong interior line has been one of the missing pieces for Dallas in recent years, and if Smith continues to trend upward, he could be a major factor when the regular season begins. On the offensive side, Miles Sanders emerged as another player who belongs in the winners column. Coming over as a veteran with plenty to prove, Sanders needed to show he could still contribute at a high level. Against the Falcons, he looked explosive, decisive, and showed flashes of the back who once carried a heavy load in Philadelphia. His ability to hit the hole quickly and contribute in the passing game makes him a valuable piece for Dallas, and tonight's outing should only build his confidence moving forward. Those are some of the clear winners, but every game has its other side, and that means we need to talk about the losers from this Cowboys-Falcons showdown. One player who struggled tonight was a depth offensive lineman who simply couldn't handle the Falcons' pass rush. Protection broke down multiple times, leaving quarterbacks scrambling and plays collapsing before they could even develop. In preseason, these are the kinds of performances that stick out in a bad way, and if this continues, roster spots could be on the line. Another tough outing belonged to a wide receiver trying to make the final roster. Dropped passes, missed routes, and a lack of chemistry with the quarterbacks meant this game was far from a highlight. When you're fighting for one of the last wide receiver spots, these preseason reps are critical, and unfortunately, this performance may hurt his chances. On the defensive side, there was also a linebacker who seemed to step behind in coverage. Missed tackles and poor positioning left the door open for the Falcons to move the chains, and that's something the Cowboys simply can't afford once the real games begin. Preseason or not, every snap matters, and this was not the kind of showing that builds trust with the coaching staff. Beyond individual performances, another loser category might simply be the Cowboys' overall discipline. Penalties piled up in crucial moments, stalling drives and negating positive plays. This has been a recurring theme for Dallas in past seasons, and if it isn't cleaned up, it could be a major Achilles heel once again. While preseason penalties can be chalked up to rust at times, seeing them pop up consistently is definitely a red flag. Still, it wasn't all doom and gloom. The Cowboys got a long look at their depth pieces, and this game gave fans plenty of reasons to be optimistic. Joe Milton showed growth. Deuce Vaughn proved he belongs. Mazi Smith flashed dominance in the trenches. Miles Sanders reminded everyone he can still play at a high level. Those are big positives, and they outweigh some of the concerns we saw from depth players who may not even make the roster. As we zoom out, the biggest takeaway from this Cowboys vs. Falcons matchup is that Dallas has legitimate young talent ready to step up, and their veterans are showing signs of life. Yes, there are still issues to iron out, but that's exactly what preseason is for. The roster battles are heating up, and with every game, the picture of who stays and who goes becomes clearer. So as we wrap this up, here's the bottom line: the Cowboys winners tonight gave fans a reason to get excited, and the losers gave the coaching staff plenty to think about. That's the balance of preseason football: hope on one side, tough decisions on the other. But for Dallas, this game felt like a step in the right direction. If players like Milton, Vaughn, Smith, and Sanders continue trending up, the Cowboys' depth could become a real strength heading into the regular season. And that, more than anything, is what Dallas needs if they want to make a serious push this year. Thank you for watching, and if you're a Cowboys fan or just an NFL fan in general, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment with your thoughts on tonight's winners and losers. Who impressed you the most? Who left you worried? Join the conversation below, and let's keep this football talk going. Until next time, this has been your Cowboys vs. Falcons winners and losers breakdown, and we'll see you in the next one.